Hello and welcome. I've been playing a lot of standard recently, and I noticed that all the decks seem to be around the same. You play a lot of Mono Red, you play a lot of Dimir, you play a lot of VV, which is, the current villain of the format. And as someone who really enjoys doing green things, it's felt very off. So I decided I'm going to go in a different direction. And I've been playing a lot of Selesnya decks. So this will be one of the videos I make for playing Selesnya in Standard. Today, the deck we're playing is a Selesnya Terra Symbiosis Innkeepers talent build. We have Terra Symbiosis in the sideboard and Innkeepers in the main. The main point of the deck is to build up a strong, tall board with very relevant creatures and have good early aggression using Innkeepers as a way to keep your creatures protected from removal spells and consistently grow them. You have District Mascot, which is from Aether Drift, and funny enough, covers artifacts which Get Lost cannot destroy. So between Get Lost and District Mascot, you can destroy almost any permanent type. Lenore Elf is a linchpin of any green deck, allowing you to accelerate to 3, and 3 is relevant for Innkeeper's talent, level up, or getting your Diadrin to 3. We'll talk about Diadrin in a bit. Snake's Conveal just for protection. Goldvein Hydra is your main mid-game to late-game aggressive card. Having it come in after Innkeepers is leveled up to 3 allows it to be an 8/8, a 10/10 easily. And you'll see a lot of times when you can end games with this card quickly. Your removal suite is Get Lost and Sheltered by Ghosts. Not much to say there. Sheltered by Ghosts is really good. Into Mono Red, Get Lost is generally good. I don't like it so much against VV, but sometimes you just don't have any other choice. Innkeeper's Talent, just a solid mid-range card. Uh, Constantly builds your board, gives your creatures ward. Frenzied Baloth. I've been really impressed with this card. It used to be Sunstar Chaplain, but Sunstar Chaplain just didn't feel good enough. And when I swapped it for Frenzied Baloth, I found that I have a lot of starts that allow me to just aggro out. Um, there were a few games against Mono Red where I had 2 Baloths in hand and a Hydra, and it allowed me to kill them turn 4 before they could do anything because I was on the play. Uh, Diadrin is the main reason for me playing this deck. It is just a curve filler, allowing you to play it anywhere between 2 and how much mana you have. It is also your draw engine. If you have Diadrin and Innkeeper's Talent, you can almost consistently draw every turn and get a wider board. Diadrin's ability also works really well with Elspeth, which is just one of the best game enders in Standard right now if you are playing white. Sentinel is just generally good, makes maps, which makes counters, has vigilance, which means it's good on offense and defense. And then we have Ouroboros, which I've not been so impressed with in this deck, but some matchups you just need it to be able to go above your opponents. Going to the sideboard, we have another 2 Snakeskin Veils just for extra protection against removal decks. Rest in peace because graveyard decks are relevant with the new Sultai Reanimator deck and VV. You need to keep at least a good amount of graveyard hate in your sideboard. Our second graveyard hate is Scavenging Ooze, which is also counter synergy. And then we have Seam Rips for Mono Red and VV because they just hit anything early. Sometimes you just need more removal than threats. Cthulhu's Flanker is your flexible sideboard card, which is both removal hate, a counter synergy card, great against control, and a flash threat that you can have post board wipe. And then we have for the mid-range and control matchup, Terra Symbiosis. I had initially built this with Terra Symbiosis in the main board, but I found that there are a lot of matchups where you don't want it because it's too slow. However, in the matchup where you do want it, it can turn out to be the best card in your deck. In the control matchups for color white or mono, or sorry, UW or mono white, if you have this in play and you play your Diadrin or your Goldvein Hydra, you end up drawing a bunch of cards. And I think I've gone up to drawing 10 cards with this in a slow game against mono white control. So this is the deck. The reason Selesnya is playable again is because Multiversal Passage helps with your mana base. Our mana base hurts us a bit, but it's required for the current state. Until you get Temple Garden, it just won't improve past this. So we're going to play a traditional standard event just to see how well we do in the 5 games it'll take us. Trad standard, where is that? Here you go. Let's shoot some gold and register the Innkeepers deck. Okay. So we're gonna go 5 games straight and see how well we can do with this deck. I've been doing decently well with this on paper. I took down an RCQ with this a few weekends ago. So this is the deck that I qualified with. And let's see what we're against. Playing first is great. Ooh, we have a really good start with Double Frenzied Bailout Innkeeper's Talent. We're definitely keeping this hand. And our opponent is tanking on his keep. We play Restless Prairie first because we don't have a turn 1 play. Then we can just go Bailout into Bailout or Bailout into Innkeepers, whichever feels the best for the matchup. We are against Dimir, which means we probably want to establish our Innkeeper's talent early to make all their removal more awkward into us. Right now, this Bailout dies to this card, Tragic Trajectory. So we might want to play. I think I'm going to start with Diadrin, number 1. Having a threat on board is always good. Opponent doesn't have a threat out yet, so we can establish first. Missing our 3rd land drop there was not good. But sometimes you just can't control what's coming out of your deck. We have a very good hand here. We just want that 3rd land drop. Cecil. Sure. Ooh, it's not good. I actually will opt to play X1 for this Hydra. Ugh. And attack with it. The reasoning for this is because we do want to hit. I'll have to decline the Dydrin. We want this to die. That way our next turn gets better. Plus we're also dealing damage to him. That was not the best play, but I felt forced because of how stuck we are on lands. Let's see what he has. He currently has all available plays. He has Curiosity available. So we're not blocking here. Oh, this is a Kaido. Okay. This is good for us, because if he chooses to stun our Diadrin, then... Oh. If he just stun... Oh, he did not stun our Diadrin. Interesting. Okay. So here we can start establishing our Innkeeper's talent. Ooh, that's a good draw. We really wanted that. So we can actually kill their Kaido now. I think we do that. So we establish our Innkeeper's talent, which is the main card of our deck. Sheltered by Ghosts on our Diadrin. Take his Cecil. And we get the Kaido out of the way. And from here on, we're in a really good position. We're going to be able to draw from this Diadrin almost every turn. As long as he doesn't remove it this turn. And to remove it this turn, he'll have to take his entire turn off, because we do have Ward 2. Unless he's playing Long Advice in the main board. In which case, sure. Nothing we can do about that. This is really good for us. Oh, if he tries to stun, this is horrible. Don't do it, opponent. Opponent, don't do it. Opponent. Well, actually, I do want you to do it. Do it, opponent. Do it. Do it. I double dare you. Okay. So this Kaido's basically dead on board. Now what's our play? I want to fix my draws, so I'm gonna start with Sentinel, and that's the Dimir matchup is not bad for us. The Shelter by Ghosts are bad in the matchup though, so we cut them all. We want the two Snixin Veils because of their removal spells, and the Steam Rifts because their early game creatures are what can kill us. And the last thing we cut would be the Ouroboros because it's just a removal magnet. Oh wait, actually no, I'm wrong. It's District Mascot. This is not doing the thing we wanted to do in the matchup. So that's basically it. You can choose to play Cthulhu Slankers over the Ouroboros because it does counter their Curiosity from coming back, or Scavenging Ooze for that same reason. But Elspeth is just too good to cut. So we don't know what our next cuts are. We probably just cut all the District Mascots. They're not that great in the matchup. We want to keep our creature count over 20 to maintain our threat, so we can't cut that many. And I think this is just the configuration we want. We'll go to game 2. That Dimir match, I have not lost the Dimir matchup yet so far. This is my 3rd or 4th match against it. So it shows that the deck is very good. Oh, this is a very good hand. If they don't kill our elf in turn 1, we can just run away with this game very easily. I would. So in this position, you really want to establish your Innkeeper's talent first. So if they don't kill this elf, we're just going to establish our Innkeeper's talent and level it up. They do kill the elf though. So now we can play the Diadrin. Next turn we have Innkeeper's talent level up, giving the Diadrin a ward. And this will become a huge problem for them. It does look like they have the, oh, it's not. Ooh. Sorcery speed. Interesting. So we will now Innkeeper's talent and level up. This is going to basically force them into thinking about shuffling this back into our deck, but it'll take their entire turn to do so. And here, if we can get this to level 3, our opponent is kind of toast. So we're going to take the 2 here. If he does not shuffle... Oh, that's Kaido. Okay, our opponent is in a really bad position right now.
You didn't expect to see me.
They don't know what we have in hand. But so we have a lot of options here. We can sacrifice our first Diadrin. Get Lost is definitely going towards the Kaido here. So I'm looking at Goldvein Hydra for 1, give me the counter with Innkeeper's Talent, and then attacking with Diadrin. Oh no, that's not great. Ooh. The options here are interesting, because I can also just level this up to make the rest of the game easier for me. I don't mind shifting. Ooh, I don't mind leveling this up. Yep. We're gonna get rid of his Cecil by attacking the Kaido. And now the rest of the game is just this Golden Vein Hydra is gonna come in as a 6/6. This Diadrin is gonna come in as an 8/8, and our opponent is just looking really rough right now. I takes my Get Lost. I don't really care that much. Okay, sure. So this Kaido's basically dead. We can put this in for x equals 3 as a 6/6. Play the Llanowar Elf. The Kaido's just a 2, so I don't need to put another counter on Hydra. I can go Elf here. And even if he blocks with Preacher, the Kaido dies. So this was the worst play for my opponent. I don't So the thing with playing an off-meta deck is your opponent does not know the matchups at all. So now we have these 6 treasures, and if we draw another Hydra, we're just in an amazing position. Ward 1 makes it awkward for him. He loses the option to Floodbits Drowner me. I don't want to put this Hydra in for too big, because I will just lose it to Floodbits Drowner. So, and that's perfect. So we'll start with Baloth. And now I want a Diadren. How big do I want this Diadren to be? I want to keep a certain amount of treasures for if I draw another Hydra. So we're doing, I think 5 is perfect. X equals 3. Because it comes as a 10, 11. We put 2 counters here and attack. And then we do get our draw. And there's no reason for us to be hedging, to be keeping this in our hand. Let's play it out. And now I don't know what the opponent does. I don't think he can ever get back from this position. Stun the Diadren. And you saw, and now you see how easy this game was. This game is basically over. Put it on the elf, swing with everything, and then draw another card. We do have another Innkeeper talent, which is gonna ruin their life. I don't care about that trade. We've basically won already. There's no coming back from that. We don't have to play around board wipe here. They cannot counterspell this because I have a Frenzied Baloth. Whether they know that or not, we will find out. Also, I just have all this mana. Keep that on top. So that was an easy game, and you see how powerful the deck can be. Dimir is the 3rd or 4th best deck in the meta, and we just kind of demolished them completely. Our opponent was also not very skillful with the matchup, because obviously he doesn't know how the matchup works, because he's never seen my deck before. And that's the beauty of playing off meta, but also the reason there is a meta is because these decks are the most powerful. The reason you can play off meta is because standard is so huge right now, and there are so many available archetypes that are underutilized. We have to mulligan. Sadly, if any of these lands for a second cards for a second land, we would definitely keep it, but we're mulliganing. And we also don't like this hand, but I'm thinking about keeping it anyway because it's 6. Returning 1 no, actually, we just return 1 multiversal passage. We start with this mascot. And in this case, I will be playing Goldbean Hydra on 2 just to grow this mascot and to quicken our clock. This is probably UW control, and that's a very perfect draw for me. Although I will not be able to play it on curve because I returned the passage. The reason I returned the passage is because Prairie is just a better land. Although if I did keep the passage here, I would be able to play our board and play. We didn't know we would draw this. So, lots of considerations there. If ever he kills the Hydra, we can get Ouroboros on 4. And we're just gonna keep growing this mascot right here. Like, there's no reason for us to stray from this play pattern of grow mascot, attack with mascot. If he does go for the get lost here, we don't mind, because we can just start mapping our Hydra and fixing our draws. There you go. Okay. So. Okay, good land. Ooh, with that we do get the Ouroboros on turn 4. And we want to keep that Hydra, because our opponent's playing control. So if he goes untapped land, we do. Ooh, stock up. Ooh. So the thing is here, we're definitely playing Ouroboros because he's tapped out, And getting the bigger this Hydra gets, the happier we are. Because we can just chain these Hydras now. This Hydra dies, this Hydra comes in as a 7/7. This Hydra dies, this Hydra comes in as a 14/14 or something. And he goes tap land, which means our Hydra survives another turn. If the Ouroboros dies, we don't really care. And this matchup is where Terra Symbiosis will shine. Like, if ever I have Terra Symbiosis in this hand, these Hydras just draw me 3 or 4 cards. I don't know how my opponent gets out of this anymore. So, we'll get this out of range from Elswith's Might, then that. Versus Prairie. Alright, we're good. And now we are threatening a bunch of damage next turn. We're threatening 8 damage next turn. Okay, so he gets life. Okay, so we're gonna try to get above this Beza right now. Hopefully we do. And we do. We don't want that elf anymore. But now we have a free attack here. If I had Terra Symbiosis in my deck, there's almost no chance I lose against control. Because we just have uncounterable spells because of Veloth, and then Terra Symbiosis also has more cards than he does. And now he's in an awkward spot where if he board wipes, I do get a Hydra for a bunch of damage, and then I can just chain them. This is what makes Golden Hydra so good. There you go. We will have to play around No More Lies, so we have 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do we want to Hydra for 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. X is equal to 8. And then we have a third Hydra. If he destroys this one, our opponent's just in a really horrible spot. And you see how good Sentinel is in this matchup where... Oh, okay, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have exact lethal with this Hydra. And easy game 1. Easy game 1. We're just playing a bunch of green cards. So, Sheltered by Ghost is useless in this matchup. We also don't really want Ouroboroi. We're putting in Terra Symbiosis, Snakeskin Veils, and Cthulhu Flankers. Our last cut is interesting. We're probably cutting District Mascots. The thing is, we haven't seen a single Star Cage, right? But Cage matters a lot because we're playing Innkeeper's Talent. So maybe I'm just gonna cut one. Ooh, cuts are hard. Cuts are hard for this matchup because I used to have this in the main board, but now it's in the sideboard. I think I can cut one District Mascot and one Sentinel. Still feel good about the deck. Yep, we're good this way. Let's see what you can do, opponent. We're keeping this hand for sure. Turn 1 District Mascot into turn 2 Innkeeper's Talent. Very good. Ooh, another Innkeeper's Talent. So he never saw the Innkeeper's Talent, so he has no reason to think that he'd need enchantment removal. Ugh. But now he does have Innkeeper's Talent up. I mean, sorry, he has No More Lies up. I have Innkeeper's Talent. Ooh, Caretakers. That's too slow. So we play around split up here by not saddling the Corgi. We'll attack him for 3 though. Okay, so now split up is open for opponent. He only has Storm Chaser's talent. Our opponent is drawing a bunch of cards, but now he doesn't have Normalize up. And our opponent's kind of playing really scared. Do we need this untapped? I don't want to run our second Innkeeper's talent in, but we do want this untapped because we want him to be able to map and activate District Mascot if he has the Star Cage. Pinnacle Star Cage gets destroyed by District Mascot. And we're keeping that. Ultima here is not the worst thing. Yep, that's fine. And now we can just Elspeth for free. Elspeth was the most free there, and it also has Ward 1, which makes it awkward for our opponent. This is looking really good, guys. I don't see... Okay, he bases, he doesn't draw a card. And now we're gonna level this up to 4. We can destroy this Beza so we can get in for more. I think it is time for us to play the second Hear Sounds. And now our opponent is not in a good position. So he's thinking about blocking here so that he can level this up. We don't care if our Elspeth dies. We don't care at all, because if he uses resources to kill Elspeth, he just dies. That's pretty good. And now I assume he will level this up, land drop, level this up, kill the Elspeth, and not know that we have lethal on him. The fact that Goldwyn Hydra has haste is incredible. Ward 1. Okay, so completely tapped out. He's just dead on board. Like, he's just dead. There you go. X equal to 5, and then we get 2 triggers, trigger. It's a 14-14. See how big that is? You see how big that is? That's wild. This control matchup was so easy. So we haven't played against the big bads of the format yet, which are Mono Red and VV. We expect to see those going into the XL bracket, which we are in right now with our Terra Symbiosis deck. One more game. So I think we will have enough time to finish this league. Probably we're 30 minutes in, and I want this video to be around an hour. We'll see. I could also cut these into segments, which So I don't have any experience with editing. I will ask a friend for that to teach me how to do that. And we'll see. This waiting is a bit long. We might cut this out of the video. Maybe we won't if I riff funny enough, which I'm not doing. I need a water. God. Tragedy. There's no water. So you just saw us beat on Dimir Midrange and UW Control. Those were 2 very easy games. We were not in any trouble at all. So you see how powerful some of the cards can be. The entire deck just gets incredibly bizarre after you play an Innkeeper's talent. And you saw that we didn't have to mulligan so much, and even keeping a 4-land hand, we were able to win. We're currently 2-0-4-0. We'll see how we do against this one. Zot's Axolotl. This is an insta keep. We have 2 lands, Land or Elf, Innkeeper's talent. There's nothing much to think about. He also has Land or Elf. We're expecting this to be Landfall. If it is Landfall, then the Sheltered by Ghost will do work. What the heck? Oh, he's gonna fight my elf. That was so mean. That was so mean. Does this need to be in white so I can play Dydrin? Or can I just go Frenzied Baloth? No, I think it should be white. I'm playing Dydrin here. He went Snakeskin Veil Bushwhack! 2 for wanting himself to kill our Llanowar Elf. It tells us a lot about what he has. He, what? You warped? Is Mark... You're gonna fight our Diadrin? Oh, wait. Wait. What just happened? Question mark? I'm very confused. What? 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 Huh? Huh? What? Is our opponent just bad? Okay, sure. Might harm harvest on your side. We're gonna level this up. Sheltered by ghosts. Take the harvester and attack for 5. We're having a good time, guys. Our opponent just skipped 2 turns. He just time. Oh my god. I don't understand some people. Okay, now we are on the aggressive path. We're gonna put this Baloth in. We're gonna swing at their face. That is probably the best play. Yep. We don't expect them to have haste, so I will draw a card. And we have lethal on board and in hand, and we have removal. We have Snakeskin Veil. Your opponent just quit the game because he misplayed 2 turns in a row. We do want extra removal in this matchup. These are too slow. This is too slow. This is too slow. That's... I probably want to cut the District Mascot over the Elspeth. This is the kind of matchup where we want more removal, because our opponent can just have absurdly busted starts. But as you saw in that game, our opponent might not be very good. I'm sorry, Zot's Axolotl, but you just misplayed 2 turns in a row. Oh, wow. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Mulligan. Okay. We're keeping this hand returning Elspeth. We have to go tap land turn 1, unless they go elf. If they don't go elf, you just go tap land turn 1. Ooh, they went tap land turn 1. I will also go tap land turn 1. Ha! Take that. Okay. What is our opponent doing today? Holding up the Team Red. The Sentinel's looking really good right now. What? Tapland into Tapland. Ugh. That's not the best. Why would you keep that? Sure, we'll go green. Intercept. So the scariest thing they can do here is Chocobo. And we don't have an answer to Chocobo. We do have an answer to Tifa. We do have an answer to Llanowar Elves. Ooh, I will just play this now. Because of that draw, I've changed my entire play pattern. We can now ravage their board. They're going to go Might Form Harvester, and then we're going to Sheltered by Ghost, Seam Rip, and attack them. Crack our map, and attack them. Seems good to me. Oh, what? 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 Why is that still in their deck? Oh, what? I'm so confused. We don't care about this card at all. We will just kind of first. I guess we start with the map. Elspeth. Elspeth. Ooh, a Steam Rip. Okay, sure. So he's holding up Snakeskin Veil, right? How much do we care about Snakeskin Veil? I'll take one. Sure. Force the Snakeskin Veil. Yeah, I mean. I don't want to use this map. There's no reason to. It just gives me a counter. There's no reason to. So our opponent has a Mage Mid Lizard, and that's basically a mulligan because that does nothing against us. Oh, okay, sure, Hydra. But if he cracks that land, ooh, this is a problem. This is a problem. Because now he has 2 mana up. Because he could have a second Snakeskin Veil, which is an issue. This would be an issue. This would be an issue. Okay, okay. You have to think about this real quick. So we're gonna see Rip the Mage Lizard. That's looking like the play. Sure, I'll take one. Oh god, Snakeskin Veil. Oh, Sea Chip Impact. Sure. Let's see if we can find something off the top. We don't want that. We do no. If he taps out to attack us, can we kill him next turn? No, we don't have it. We don't have it. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, let's go to game 3. Sure. He just had double removal there. There's really not much you can change. If we lose, we lose. He was on the play. We did have a very slow hand. Ugh. Maybe I should have taken the elf. But now we're on the play, and we're keeping this hand. My turn to turn 1 elf. You're not the only one who can do that. Ha! Oh, sure. We have our Sentinel, and now Our opponent is looking like he's in a horrible position. Tap land. If he goes elf, which he probably doesn't have elf. Wow. It's a good thing we drew those lands, because we don't want... we would have had to draw those 2 turns in a row. That would have been really bad. So far, we've drawn 7 lands and 4 spells. Statistically, that's not the kind of land you want. But now we have... Ooh. Where'd it go? Surveil first. Keep that on top. We want to keep that because it does accelerate our clock. Hydra. Hydra's fine. But now we have double removal, so... so now he snakeskin veils us, but it doesn't matter because we have the second removal spell in our hand. Yep. Okay. And now we have really good attacks. He needs 2 creatures now, or we just have lethal on him, as long as there's one of the top 3 cards that are... sure, that's 1 creature, I guess. Doesn't have haste. Wish we didn't draw these lands. God. Okay. Oh. If this is a non-creature spell, I just win. Oh. Well, I guess I don't. Sure, I'll keep it on top. So he's forced to block here. Or he dies. So he's not in any better position. There you go. We play X equals 1. This is our first game where we actually lost the game, but looks like our opponent's completely dead now. So we're not scared. Good game. Good game, opponent. You took a game off me. Nothing can give haste here, so we're not afraid. He has already seen the Elspeth, so we're just gonna Elspeth. We're gonna 0. Swing. I'm not gonna. And we're 3-0, guys. Selesnya. Selesnya good. I have 4 other Selesnya decks that I'm gonna be testing out and showing. But this is the one I like the most because I brewed this from scratch. The other ones are some previously established decks like Cage and Gear Hulk. One will be the Selesnya Kona deck that's going around. I'm going to show that. And then the last one will be Selesnya Yuna, which is slightly worse than Naya Yuna and bad because graveyard decks are so popular and there's a lot of graveyard hate. But we're going to try it out. And this is also keep We're going in blind and on the play. Ooh, we have a good play pattern here where we're just gonna draw with this Diadrin on turn 1. Turn. Diadrin. X equals 0, auto pay. Saddle. Swing. Now, do we want to do this? I think I do. Got it. Now we're going wide. Okay. We're against the same deck, and we don't have the removal this time, so I'm kind of concerned. We will Innkeepers. We're gonna saddle with Diadrin. Go to combat and give Diadrin a counter. Swing. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Hopefully we draw our 4th land so that we can play this Ouroboros. Because this is gonna... Ooh. We're in a bit of trouble here. We don't have the removal in our main board. Will we be able to force him to block if we draw a 4th land? That's a 10-10. I'm gonna... Looks like we're dying this game. We don't need to show him the rest of our deck. He just had a really good start. We didn't draw our 4th land. Same sideboard plan as last time. So our board's too slow. It's just Mascot's not doing enough. And yeah. Just hide in our 4 removal spells off the sideboard. And go. That was rough. Should I have played Llanowar Elf earlier there? Whew. This is a keepable hand, but it's on the lower end of keepable hands. If he goes Elf, I'm just gonna get rid of it with our Steam Rip. And now we have a Sheltered by Ghosts. For that card. Go, my Corgi! Strike! Look at him, he's just a little guy. Cute little boy. There have been more mono greens than like it's there have been 2 more mono greens than expected in this little league of ours. I cannot attack into that or he gets his Bristly Bill back, so I will not. We are not attacking into the Chocobo. Ooh, Hydra's bad. Hydra's bad. That's a 4/4 Hydra. We probably lose this one, guys. Unless I can do anti removal right now. Ooh, no, I didn't get it. So I can offer the trade, I guess. I think we just play defensive here. X equals 2 on this. This is not looking good for us. And he has 2nd Bristly Bill. Yeah. Looking like we're gonna die in this one. This is already lethal. We can just concede the game right now. Opponent had a busted start. We could not. We had double removal. It wasn't enough. And now we're going to our last game of the league. So we won against Monogreen, and then we lost against Monogreen. I don't know how definitive that is. I have to put that in my stats. Stats, matchups. I have a Google sheet, which is my matchup spread. So we got a win against Dimir. Got a win against GW Control. And then we Mono G Landfall. One win, one lose. Last game. Let's see if we can get the 4-1. We haven't played against VV or Monored at all. We played against two Monogreens, which is kind of wild. Alright. Last game against Tundrum. What are you on, Tundrum? We've been on the play almost every game, which is wild. Mulligan. Uh-huh. You can keep this. I'm probably botting the Elspeth. Yeah. Alright, let's see what everyone's on. Red. And finally, we get the mono red matchup. X equals 0. Start with the Didron. And now, if he doesn't have the bolt. So there was a reason to start with Innkeeper's Talent and then level it up into Didron next turn. I don't know. That's usually more correct. So we'll see if he has the bolt right now. Oh, he hasn't. He went Needlehead. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We weren't punished. We will have to shock this in for green. And now our Didron has Ward. And we're just kind of chilling. If he plays his Screaming Nemesis. Oh, Emberheart Challenger. Ooh. And Hard Claw. Wait. What? He's tapped out. Why would he do that? Huh? That was very strange for opponent to do. He just gave me his Razorkin Needlehead, which is kind of wild. So now he has the Rockface Villager, Emberheart Challenger, little combo thing. Loses that Screaming Nemesis forever. He will not be able to beat this Sheltered by Ghosts. There's no way. Because we're just going to level up now. Now we're attacking for 7 and going up to 18, and there's no way he gets back from this. We're going to game 2. I also just have lethal with this Golden Hydra from hand, so there's that. This is lethal. This is lethal. That's way too far from anything. He will not attack with. Whoa, so weird. He doesn't know we have this, which makes sense. So we're just gonna Hydra for 3 and kill him. This was simple. Opponent just gave us his Razorkin Needlehead, thought he could race us. Didn't know he had Sheltered by Ghosts. He should probably play around Sheltered by Ghosts. I mean, you should. You just should. We're gonna put in some Snakeskin Veils here. And we are gonna cut some Innkeeper's Talents for these Kuzzle flankers. Child's good in most matchups, but sometimes you don't have time to set up in these mono red matchups. So we gotta cut some. We don't cut all of them, just cut some. So we weren't able to show how good Terra Symbiosis was because we just beat the UW control player outright. So we'll see if in a future video or in a stream I can show that. But for now, it's looking like we're up one game. Most likely this will be a 4-1 after losing to Mono Green, which is unexpected. Not super tech for that matchup. Ooh, ooh. We can just be the aggressor here. We are on the draw though. I don't, not convinced of this hand, but I think I will keep it. And our opponent went mountain, so we are in a good spot. If he goes Ember Heart, I will answer with Frenzied Bell. Ooh, Needlehead. That doesn't have first strike on my turn. I do have the option of being the aggressor with this deck, which is wild. I love it. Screaming Nemesis is a problem here, but we have to get lost. Oop. Okay, Hellkite deals 1 to Frenzied Bailout. I take 6. I'm down to 11. I think I can just play this Sentinel. And we're always attacking here. Oh, darn, I misplayed. I should have played a Sartin Town. Now I don't have a... We'd never block that because we have Sheltered by Ghosts options. We'll see if that misplay matters. We're just gonna get lost this now. Attacking for 7. We're attacking for 7. And if he blocks this, I can Veil. So we're doing that play pattern. Because we can't get lethal on the next turn with Golden Hydra. Okay. And keep the Snakeskin Veil up. That way I can block here. Goes for the removal, I will Veil. And we're in a good position. Our opponent could have a lot of different things, but it's looking like this is gonna be a win. He doesn't have his 4th land drop. And we do have possible lethal next turn. That Bash Knot is not good enough. We will push this Veil here, so we're pushing damage. Ooh, Seam Rip. Is that lethal? Take Hydra. If I Hydra for 3 here, he's forced to block like that. It's not lethal. We can start with mapping Frenzied Bailout. Ooh. We're gonna force this block. We don't have any play against a lightning strike to the face though, which is unfortunate. If he has lightning strike to the face, he has it. Like, nothing we can do against it. Yep. We just go on the play. He was on the play that game. We just took too much damage. Ugh. There's no way we could find lethal. We tried. Oh, this is definitely a keep. Double sheltered by ghost. I don't. If I'm just gonna go turn 2 Baloth, turn 3 Sentinel, and then just sheltered by ghost everything he does, and we're off. Oh, we can just Innkeepers down too. No, we're gonna Sentinel's just too good. He's thinking. He's considering it. He's tanking. What's the move, opponent? God. We never shelter here because this gets killed by burst lightning. A soft breeze can murder our Baloth. What is happening? He's just tanking really hard on this attack. Hey, opponent. Hey. What? Wow. Our opponent has just roped on attack with Emberheart Challenger. So he is gonna go to this attack. Ooh, a second Baloth. We're gonna start with Sentinel here. And now we're the aggressor. I think our opponent is gone. He has disappeared from the game. Looks like we're getting the 4-1 though. And hopefully I've shown you that this deck can be quite powerful. I'm just going to start with my outro now because I don't think our opponent will do any movements. Our cards are just raw power. Each of our cards can take over games by themselves, especially for Diadrin. We're not really playing any bad cards, except for the worst card we have is District Mascot, and it still looks really good in the deck. So I've been messing around with this a bit, and this is my final iteration. We got this for free. And that's the deck, guys. Hopefully it gives you some thoughts. I will be putting the deck list in the video description, claiming this 4-1 right here. And thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time. Until next time.